Sniffles and snuffles and doses of flu, itches and stitches and belly aches too. It's almost like Linley Dodd was talking about all the different reasons as to why a child may get a bit of a fever. Now, fevers are a natural process. We go through these ones to help us get past whatever's going on that little bit quicker. But that doesn't make it any less terrifying as a parent watching your child go through this. Around 12 months ago, my daughter had a decent case of influenza. She had high temperatures and a wonderful case of delirium. It's hilarious now, but it was absolutely frightening at the time watching my daughter go through this. So what can we do when our child has a bit of a fever going on? Well, the first thing we need to be doing is taking their temperature. We need to take their temperature as it can help us with our management. See, a child younger than 3 months of age and a temperature above 38 may require medical attention, as there may be something more sinister going on underneath that needs that intervention soon. Older than 3 months of age, we've got a few more options available to us. We can wait and see, we can look and make sure things are starting to get better, but there are still a few indicators we need to look out for that may suggest a more serious thing going on behind the scenes. Things like a really stiff neck, an inability to look down, or an aversion to bright lights. Or they might be vomiting a lot and not drinking enough, and they might be at risk of developing a bit of dehydration. They might start developing a rash. We all understand what could be going on with a bit of a rash appearing there. Or they could be showing a temperature of above 40. There are a few more indicators as well, and I've plonked them down in the description below, so please have a read through them. So what are the big concerns when we've got a bit of a fever? Well, the first one is convulsions, and the second one is comfort. Now, with convulsions or febrile seizures, if our child is going to get one of these, they're going to get one of these ones. Taking Panadol or Nurofen does not reduce your risk of developing a seizure, and as such, they're not recommended for that purpose. What they can be useful for, however, is comfort. If your child is uncomfortable, they're wincing, they're crying, they're scrunching up their tummy a lot, they're writhing around, and they just don't look themselves, this could be an indication that your child is in a bit of discomfort, in which case taking Panadol and Nurofen, as long as they're of the appropriate age, may be of benefit. The other one that may be of benefit is a bit of breast milk. If your child's still of breastfeeding age, that extra bit of boob juice can be very helpful at boosting up their immune system and helping to calm down any discomforts. Plus it gives you a few extra little cuddles, and kids that are sick, they always benefit from those ones. So what do we need to be doing? We can be taking these things. We need to be mindful of things that we should not be doing as well. We need to be aware that taking aspirin, for instance, is not recommended, as it is linked with the risk of developing Ray's syndrome. At the same time, tepid or cool baths are not recommended for fever management. It's much better to use layering on and layering off of clothing to regulate temperature that way. So first up, we need to get their temperature. Then we need to keep an eye out for things that are changing. We need to make sure that they are getting better over the next couple of days and not worsening. If they are showing signs of worsening, or they're not getting past it, or their temperature is creeping up to 40, we may need to seek out our health professional and get further advice from there. If we're not able to do that one, we can always call the registered nurses on 13 Health. These guys will be able to help you out with any decisions that you may need to make. So I hope that helps in regards to fevers. I hope it doesn't get to that scary point with delirium, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks now.